What's up, everybody? This is Jay, and this is my recap review for the Shy Season 4, Episode 7, Black Messiah. Now, a lot is going on in this episode. We saw when it last left off in Episode 6 that Keisha want her baby back. We see that Emmett and the boys got all kind of drama going on with Kev, and we gonna get into it. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, bang that bell, hit that like, all that good stuff, share the video. Let's get into it. Now, when we first see this video kick off, we see Keisha holding her baby, and it seems that she got the baby back, and Octavia must not have had no problems. And we see that while she's holding the baby, that her mama says, hey, it's good that Octavia understood, but are you ready for this? And she said, yeah, I'm ready. You love me, right? Well, I mean, you love this baby, right? And the mama is saying, yeah. She said, well, that's all that's important. She said, yeah, Keisha, but what are you gonna do when that baby start to look like his daddy? And so she looked all confused. How could you say something like that, Ma? That's messed up. And the truth of the matter is, her mama's right. And she's saying, look, I just want what's best for you. You might be biting off more than you could chew. And Keisha is being resilient. She's saying she loves her baby. She want to take care of her baby. And no matter what Nina tries to say, which she didn't try that hard, but she did try, Keisha fought back, pushed back, and Nina didn't want to upset her. So she ended up bowing down to Keisha and what Keisha want and try to support her in her decision. We'll see how that turns out. Meanwhile, we see the Escalade pull up, the SUV, and who is it? It's Doodah. He back on the street. He coming to check out Trig. He asking him, hey man, you ain't gotta come. We know you alive. He smile. He say, it's all right. I needed to come do this. And so he comes. He got his little cane out looking like an old Big Daddy Kane. And then he says, I'm here try to make things right. And he say, hey, look, man, you may be doing too much, man, and you making mistakes. He said, you think I'm making mistakes? He said, I don't know. I think you just being a nigga. And then he looked at Trig when he said that. Then next thing you know, he had to break a little smile and laugh. He just laughed it off. It was like, is that right? He said, all right, let's go inside. It's time to check this out. And so next thing you know, we see they start heading inside of this house. And so the house that they go inside is none other than Nuck's house. And so they kind of looking like the ghetto council surrounded Nuck, telling him, hey, look, we're gonna need you to shut this down. I need you to cease operations, Nuck. And he's saying, man, what you talking about? He said, you need to move out the house. This is my house. He said, and then he screamed, get out, this is over. And Big Mike pulled out his little thing, and next thing you know, Nuck gets scared. I mean, I guess Big Mike got the only revolver in Chicago, and so everybody got their head up high looking at Nuck. Next thing you know, Nuck bow down. He gets scared. He got his little, tail between his legs. Doodah gave him the stare from hell, and he bowed down and got evicted from his own house. And so it seems that Doodah had control over Nuck's business the whole time and could have probably shut this down or prevented things from happening the entire time, but instead they came with the ghetto council and got him thrown out. And so now we'll see what happens with that. We also see Nina going through her journey through cancer treatments, and she's looking, even though she may have a couple little hairs coming out here or there, she still got a nice little fro. And I guess she's just upset, tired, and she wanted to be proactive to the hair falling out, so she just gets the clippers and gets the cutting. And it seems that it was painful for her, but she cut her whole head bald, looking like Dora Milaje from Black Panther. And so I guess she about to learn kung fu next. But nonetheless, all jokes aside, I know she going through a lot with the cancer, and she's trying to deal with it the best way she can. And I don't know, I guess she don't want to wear wigs or weave. She's just gonna cut all her hair off and try to get in front of it. And so we see that she's struggling with what she's going through. And meanwhile, we see here comes Imani with the white coat on, got the pigeon feathers and flocking in the wind. And here comes Imani looking like the white knights, the saviors of the bust downs. They come to Nuck's house and they looking for where the women are, and the place is a mess. They go upstairs, and when they go up the stairs, they find that these women are in rooms locked from the outside with padlocks. And so once they go in, they look like they didn't want to leave. Could it be possible Stockholm syndrome? We don't know. But the women didn't seem happy that they had somebody opening the door for them or that they were free. Every room they went to, these women was looking thick and juicy, and this girl looked like she needed some help. But a couple of the other women looked like they was all right. And they asking, who are you, coming in here looking all light-skinned, acting light-skinned. Meanwhile, we see on the other side of town, Nina is in the kitchen and she trying to clean up, and Dre is there talking to her, but she seemed a little off, and Dre's asking, what's up, what's wrong? And she's saying, nothing's wrong. But we know that Nina got a big old skeleton in the closet after she didn't let Brat Tat tap that ass, and so every time Dre would touch her, she jumped because she was remembering how the brat touched her. And so she's saying, what's going on? And then Dre say, look, I understand. It's really hard what Jade is going through, but she gonna be all right. We gonna be all right, okay? And she like, yeah, I get it. And so Nina trying to play along, knowing damn well that ain't the problem. Meanwhile, we see Imani going through her closet, trying to get all the clothes that she don't want no more. And of course, don't nobody wear Imani size in that house. And then Trig comes in, and so they kind of seem happy about what they doing. Jake comes in and asks to borrow some money so he can go to this little spring fling, and then Trig telling him, you need to get a job. He's saying, hey, look, man, I need the money. I'm trying to take this girl on a date. So Trig start pulling off a couple ducats, and he say, man, you know how to dance? He like, man, we ain't worried about that. We can't step in the name of love no more anyway, because our smelly anyway. They said, look, let me show you how to step. And then next thing you know, Trig and Imani start going ahead dancing. They break out the ring around the rosy. Everything is nice. Meanwhile, we see back at the crib that Nina and Dre is sitting there, and then while Kev is leaving, he got the headphones on. Nina's telling him to take the headphones off. She's snapping on where he going, and then she goes ahead and really gets on his head, talking about, why I'm tired of you. Why you over here being rude? You still upset about their girlfriend leaving you for your best friend, Jake? You need to leave them girls alone. And so she's really like rubbing it in. And even Dre had to tell her, chill, you going too far with that. And she's saying, what? And then Kev, he left. And once he left, Nina had to hear that from Dre that your son, Kev, may be going through depression. Like, chill. Meanwhile, we see the Emmett and Tiff are coming up. They got a little couple gifts for Keisha at the baby shower, and while they bringing it, she's telling him that she got a little sex party that she need to go and work. And so he's like, does that mean Dante? She said, no, that don't mean no Dante. Anyway, you want to go? And he said, no, he don't want to go. That ain't really his thing. And so she kind of gave him the look like, you might see something you like. Anyway, they get to Keisha's. She opens the door. She got the baby swaddled all up on her like she back in Africa or something. And so she's really getting really attached to the baby. And they happy with the gifts and everything. Nina sipping on a little Tanqueray and OJ. And we see that everybody is sitting there a little happy. And Tiff and you know, Keisha is bonding. Meanwhile, we see as they went upstairs, the Emmett is downstairs, and he asked her for a little drizank, and so he's sipping on a little bit of Tanqueray and OJ. And next thing you know, he's asking her, so what's up? I see that look on your face. What's going on? I know that look. And she said, what you mean? She said, who you been talking to? He said, I ain't been talking to nobody. I just know that look. And you should come clean. Just come clean. It's the best thing for you. And so she listening to him, and then he's sitting here telling her about come clean, this, that, and the other, and it's starting to get on her nerves, and she's about to snap on his ass. But then Dre came, and so once Dre came, everybody had to act brand new and act like they didn't know what nothing was talking about. Meanwhile, we see Papa looking like the alphabet serial killer, cutting out pictures of Maisha, putting together some little ransom note, talking about, I'm sorry, Queen, take me back. I have coupons to Smokies. Anyway, we see that Jake is there with him, getting a little meal. And so when he comes, here comes Papa with some more advice that, of course, doesn't work for him. So why would it work for somebody else? But he did tell him, be careful that this girl doesn't break your heart, because she does have a track record of breaking hearts. And it did kind of make Jake think for a minute. And so we see that Kev is on the other side of town in line waiting for something we don't know yet. And then we come to later find out that this boy waiting in the alley in this line with everybody. By the time he get close, they tell him that they sold out. It turned out to be a video game release. And so he disappointed. He done waited in line all this time to get this game. And when he was leaving, he see the girl that had the drama from Trig and everybody house. And so he like, hey, what's up? How you doing? And she's like, what's up? And he says, can we go game? Whatever. She's like, you any good? He said, yeah. So she tell him to come on. So he goes ahead and follows Lil Mama. Next thing you know, we see back at Keisha's house, she over here talking with Tiff, and Tiff telling her about, hey, I know how it is. When I was pregnant with EJ, people was telling me I shouldn't keep them, this, that, and the other, but I'm glad I kept my babies. And she keeps talking and giving advice to Keisha as if Keisha was in a relationship she chose to be in, and that was a baby that she wanted. Anyway, we see that now they have a community action service in place called We Are What We Need. And when grandmas drop groceries, we got a hood Negro there to pick them up. And when somebody, needs help across the street, we got a helping hand. If you out there and you need a little free food, come on through and get a bag of oranges or some carrots. And, that's all we need to feel better in the hood. If you want to steal, you want to break into a car, hey, don't do that anymore. Big Mike is there for the rescue. Instead of Batman, we got Black Man. He'll be there. He'll put an arm around you and tell you, hey, look, chill. Come with me. You want to see my hammer? Anyway, if you need an outfit, come on through. We got plenty of outfits don't nobody else want. Why would you want them? Anyway, Big Mike is there. He helped this little boy. Instead of being a killer or a thief, you're going to be one of the big brothers and little sisters of the neighborhood. And we gonna help old grannies across the street. I'm gonna put you on granny patrol. Instead of breaking into cars and stuff, here, put up signs, help old ladies across the street. Okay. Meanwhile, we see Trig, and now he's going to intervene with little Thought, little belly dancer over here. And so she come with her little high water shorts. And so when she come to the door after playing with her little vibrator on, OnlyFans, he's like, "What's up? You good?" She say, "Yeah, I'm good. What's up?" And he say, "I'm just here to check on y'all, make sure everything good." And so she's looking at him a little suspect, but she say she good. And she ask him, "You got any more of those signs?" So he smiled and said, "Yeah, I'll go get you one." He give her the sign, and so she putting it in the window. And so he's starting to think maybe they coming around doing the right thing. Maybe you can turn a hoe into a housewife. Meanwhile, we see Kev, and he's on the way on the train. He say, "Man, we going out west." She said, "Yeah, don't be scared. Don't be scared. It's only out west." And so it looked like Kev about to go out of his comfort zone chasing another girl. Meanwhile, back at the house, we see that the ladies is there, and they got a little potluck going on, and everybody is sharing little stories about kids. We see Jada then got a fade, and everything is more like Fader. And we see everybody talking about what she going through, and then they got little jokes to share, and it seemed like a real cool bonding moment for all the women and everything. And even though Nina seemed a little, off a little bit, everybody seemed to be having a good time. Meanwhile, we see Papa, and he got his little big skinny jeans on, walking, trying to get some damn greeting cards and stuff, trying to be an extra cake daddy, teaching Jake how to cake. And so he trying to tell him, what's your love language? What's her love language? Okay, well, get her this. You got to make her feel special, and get her some flowers, and do this and do that. And Jake like, "Man, I'm taking advice for you. You got dumped." He said, "Hey, man, I'm gonna get mine back." Meanwhile, we see that Trig bringing little food, mom's meals over here for the girls, and they passing out little shrunken clothes that Imani don't want anymore to these girls that got nothing but yams and meat on their body. And so they saying, so what y'all plan is? Y'all come up in here trying to change stuff and do stuff, and what y'all gonna do? Imani say, "Well, I got a phone you could use. You can call your family." They like, "Phone? We ain't got no family. What you trying to do up in here, acting all light skinned?" And And so they kind of giving them the mean mug, giving her a grill or whatever. And so she just got grilled like George Foreman, don't know what to do. So next thing you know, Imani and Trig, they got to go ahead and talk about what the plan is. And they say, I don't know what to do. And he says, see, that's what I was afraid of. We need to see what we could do to help them. And so they don't have a plan or any clue at this moment. Meanwhile, we see Jada talking with Nina on the side, drinking a little milk and rum. And so while they drinking a little glass, feel good, we see that she's saying, hey, I appreciate you sharing Dre. If it was me, I probably would have thought it was something going on. So I'm glad that everything is all good. And Nina just giving her that stone face look. And so Jada laughing, but Nina ain't laughing. And so she started to realize, wait a minute, did you actually think it was something going on between me and Dre? And so Nina's like, well, what the hell was I supposed to think? You all sneaking around and running around. And she said, what do you mean? So what happened? And she tells her, I made a mistake. I cheated on Dre. And so now we see that Jada realized that she may have messed up having Dre sneak around. Meanwhile, we see they finally get to the spot. Kev, they got Miss Tiny over here cooking in the little spot. They had a little doorman, looked like she cooking some catfish steaks or something, and she got her nose turned up like it didn't smell too good, but she gave one little piece on the plate, and they could have just put that in a paper towel. Anyway, gave it to little mama. She happy. Kev don't know what he doing. He go into the little red room, and it's a little room where instead of like arcade games back in the day, they all got little PlayStations and projectors and stuff hooked up. She see this one dude with this blue hair, Blue Magic. She give him a hug. Blue Magic is looking, Kev is peeping. Blue Magic getting all kind of love, and she liking his hair and everything. So she like, oh, okay, that's what's up. And so Kev just sitting there peeping the scenario of what's going down and everything. Meanwhile, we see Imani and Trig, and so they trying to figure out what they could do for the girls, asking them if they got any skills or what's going on. And they got an idea about, instead of moving them to another place, how about we kind of make them this place? Because the girls say they don't want to leave. And she said, you know what? A bitch do got skills with drywall. I mean, I could give drywall with happy endings, And so they thinking, okay, that might work. Y'all already used to cleaning pipes and working plumbing. Maybe we could do something with y'all. Meanwhile, we see that little mama over here is nice on the sticks playing this game, Rocket League, which I have no idea why they was waiting in line to get that. Anyway, seems that she's supposed to be the unbeatable GOAT when it comes to playing video games, but Kev nice on the sticks and giving her a run for her money. And so it's a big crowd around everybody looking and stuff, and they like, man, I thought I was the only one that could beat her. You was good, man. And so Kev is all into it, trying to play her and make sure he take her down. And it seems that she's like a little pissed, but enjoying the competition. And so Kev going back with her, he geeked happy as hell that he about to win. Kev is like a little Game Boy, the wizard and whatever. And so we see that he ends up winning. He happy, she salty, and she kind of, realize, okay, he all right, he cool, but he asked her, you want to play again? Got some money on it. Meanwhile, we see that Imani is in Trinity's room, the girl that Imani was trying to help and ended up helping lead to death with Nook. And so Imani begins to break down and cry. Trig comes to try to console Imani on the bed and saying, hey, it's okay. And they said, hey, Imani is saying, I wish I could have saved her. I wish I could have been there for her. We was too late. And then he says, hey, we can name this place Trinity's house, and her spirit is still here. We can still do something. And so they are thinking, that's a good idea. I like that. And her little chain that she used to wear, Imani had and hung up, that said Trinity in the room. Meanwhile, we see Kev sitting with little mama in the little park, and he's talking to her. And so they talking about the drama they done been through, and Kev say, you know what, you right, I don't know what you've been through. And she start telling a little bit about what she been through and how she living with her brother and Kev, and they start trading little war stories. On the other side of town, though, we see that Trig is back at her place trying to break up a fight between her brother and her brother's girlfriend's brother. And so Jamal, who is her brother, baby Drake, he's upset because he done got cracked upside the head, bloody. And of course, Trig's telling him to take a walk. He punched the glass. He upset because he went on more walkabouts than Crocodile Dundee. Meanwhile, we see Lil Buddha is over here pissed, instigating, and she's trying to tell him she ready to keep being a belly dancer, telling her brother to keep beating his ass. Meanwhile, we see Emmett, and he in his office trying to do some work, when all of a sudden, here comes Tiff putting that nice rump roast on his menu. And so now she got that little pretty smile. He done started to forget about work, and she telling him, hey, why don't you come to this sex party with me? My person going with me canceled on me. Hey, you may have a good time. Come on, let's go. And so, hey, with that meatloaf on his table, he had to go. Once he got there, he realized, wow, this is about to be an experience. We see that this looked like Blade Trinity Part 3, and so he's wondering, what in the world? This may be a little out of my league. We see this woman come walking these two dogs like she representing Wu, and these two dogs was men. And so she's telling everybody the rules and make sure you ask and do this and do that and don't do this and don't do that. And Emmett just blown away, my mouth wide open. He ain't never been to nothing like this. This is instead of eyes wide shut, mouth wide open. And so everybody is up here having a good time, partying, throwing money in the air. He danced with Tiff Rocket Titty outfit, and people walking around with their little booty hanging out and everything. Got a woman on the pole, shaking it, twerking it, damn near snapped that pole in half with all them yams. And Emmett is just blown away. And then we see this little sexy schoolgirl come, and for some reason she under 18, because under 21, because they asked for ID when she wanted some edibles, and she just turned around and left. So I'm wondering, why do they have people under 21 in this party? Meanwhile, Emmett go for a little walk to check what's going on and peep what's out there, and he see these two women, and they are very intimate with each other, kissing and licking and all kind of stuff. And this girl got a forked tongue like a snake, very serpentine, moving them in individual three-wheel motion, everything. And so he's looking at them. They also look like little mermaids with their little outfit on with tails around their legs and stuff. And so they kissing and all this stuff, and he ain't never seen the Little Mermaid in person. So he asked him, can he watch? And they just snap. Cis men can't initiate. You need to leave. You can't even watch. And so that turned his smile upside down real quick, and they looked at him like he was wrong because he wasn't bisexual or gay, and that was ciscrimination. Anyway, there was no problem with doing that to him. He was probably the only straight male there. And so while they was there, he walking around, all kind of women are there. They want to beat his ass, literally talking about, let me spank you. And he's like, I don't know about all that. And next thing you know, he come across Tiff, and Tiff laughing or whatever. And now we starting to realize Tiff is really out there with her sexuality. And so she's saying, hey, maybe I might want to whoop you. And he say, I don't know, man. My mama, she already whooped my ass as a kid. I don't think that's cool. And anyway, we see the other girls, they want to get in that ass. And meanwhile, Jake is turning out Gemma. He got her smoking blunts after she was trying to talk about Kev self-medicating. The very next episode, she definitely getting medicated with that medicine. And she's up here getting turned out by Jake, just like Malcolm X's first girlfriend. Meanwhile, we see Kev walking with his little new boo, and he asks her, hey, what's up? Can we meet up, hook up? She like, you asking me on a date, nigga? I don't think so. I don't look at you like that. And so now Kev then got put in the friend zone in back-to-back instances. And so she say, well, give me your number. We can hang out, but I don't know about, opening up the candy store for your ass. Like, please. And so he take her, give her his phone, take her number, and it look like they about to be on separate paths. Meanwhile, back at the party, we see that Tiff is approached by this butch queen, and he's got this beard and all kind of leather and lace, and he's wanting to put Tiff on the menu, but she said not right now. And so meanwhile, we see that Jake is taking Gemma back to the room, and he about to bust it open, and he opened up the door, and then she's like blown away because he done caked it up with lessons from Papa, talking about I'm sprung on you like T-Pain. And next thing you know, he say, I'm in love with a bitch, and so she happy because, you know, she a little bitch. She wear them little jeans that actually say little bitch, and so she happy. Jake is sprung. She done conquered her another Negro in the hood, turned him around, got him wrapped around her finger. And so meanwhile, we see Tiff is asking one of the ladies, so you married? And she said, yeah. And she said, well, how you keep your relationship together? And she said, well, the couple that stays together generally plays together. And so next thing you know, we see Butchie is her boo. And so Tiff is like, oh, okay. So you Butch and Cassidy, I got you. And so we see that he got them little eyes and eyeshadow going all through Tiff. And so they asking him it was good, and he's still on the fence a little bit. And he's saying, hey, I don't know. We'll see what's up. Maybe next time, if my lady can play more than work, maybe we can see what's up. And so meanwhile, Kev, he over here trying to be like Blue Magic. He about to dye his hair blue now, and he over here just losing it. He don't know who he is, his identity, and he about to go from good boy to bad boy. Meanwhile, Trig talking to baby Drake outside, trying to get him to calm down. He pissed about having to walk, but he's smoking the square. He outside trying to be cool, when all of a sudden the belly dancer's brother come down, threatening him. She's instigating it, talking about she want him beat down, whooped his ass. And next thing you know, this dude pulls out the itchy, and that's rule number one. You don't pull it out repeatedly unless you plan on using it. And now by this time, Trig trying to break it up, but baby Drake don't give a damn. He ready to live, die, he don't care. And so this dude, what, he gonna kill him for what? Cause she said so? Like, this was no reason to pull out a gun. And Trig, without any type of skills, his best move is to try to break it up by restraining dude. He drops the gun. Next thing you know, baby Drake picks it up and puts one in his chest, damn near at point blank range. Now this dude is down for the count. We about to die over a belly dancer. And this girl then straight instigated the whole damn thing, got this man killed, ruined 2 lives with one gut. And now one dude is dead, one dude is on the run for murder. Doubt he have a good lawyer, because that could be self-defense. I mean, the man did come downstairs and put the gun on him. Of course, they're not going to be able to save this dude from that gunshot. Meanwhile, we see that Dre is trying to put together Keisha's baby carriage, and we see that Nina says we need to talk. So Dre has no clue about this bomb that's about to drop. She thinking it's about some type of relationship stuff. She's asking her, what's up, babe? She say, I need to tell you something. And so now she's having flashbacks of the brat with that liquor license. And so now Dre is kind of looking a little suspicious. And so she said, Dre, I was with someone else. And so now Dre is kind of looking like, what? What you mean? She said, well, with you and Jada and everything was going on, I didn't know what to do and thought you was cheating. And so now Dre can't believe it. Nina's trying to cry. It's too emotional for both of them. And Dre just breaks down, heartbroken. Dre been the glue to that household and that family. She done had that strap ready whenever Nina needed it. And this is what she gets for a return. And she breaks down, damn, 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 damn. Meanwhile, we see that belly dancer's bro is sitting there about to die. He got foam at the mouth, and it looks like he's about to die over this woman that he didn't need to pull out a gun and bring a gun to this situation. And even though the ambulance came, it's little that they can do. Meanwhile, Trig is upset. He back at the house trying to wash off the blood. Doodah comes on in with the pimp limp, and he's asking, are you all right? And he said, look, man, I don't think this is something we should be doing. I know the police have made their mistakes and all, but I believe the police got their role, man. I don't think we're ready for this. And he said, well, the police have been trained to kill us for years. It's time for us to get rid of that and try to do something different. And so Doodah is underestimating and underplaying the value of the cops. And Trig is trying to tell him, hey, man, we ain't ready for this. And Trig say, hey, Doodah tell him, hey, you need to get it together and watch your ass. You all right? Okay. Now, you need to remember what this is all about. And so they kind of have a difference of opinion and view, but at the same time, Duda should realize that the police are needed. He just got shot his damn self. Meanwhile, we see Keisha sleep. She having nightmares and night terrors about being kidnapped and abducted. We still ain't never seen her get no type of counseling. We seen Kevin getting counseling. We ain't seen her get no counseling. And she wake up and name that baby Ronnie. Now it's time for real talk. Now this episode was very interesting. When the episode first kicks off, we see Keisha talking with her mama, and I just wish her mama would have let her know, hey, like Tina say, what's love got to do with it? Yeah, I love you, and I got love for that baby, but at the same time, this ain't a relationship you asked for, and you gonna ruin your life in a sense because you could have been on your way to college with a scholarship, and now you gonna be working at the hood wheel. Check out aisle number 2 for the rest of your life, and dating this little boy with the roll-up hat out of BC from Oz. Move on with your life. You should have let this woman give this baby a good life and adopt him. Also, I was so tired of Imani and they half-ass plans with Trig trying to get these women into a better situation that they didn't ask for, and they didn't have any plans. And Imani loved trying to give somebody a damn cell phone. That's how she got Trinity in trouble, sliding her that damn cell phone. These girls need more than a phone call. If that's all it took, they could have been escaped. They could have jumped out the window and made a phone call. If that's the case, they didn't ask. They chose. Some people choose to do that type of things. Not to say they want to be locked in the room, lock and key. I know that was extreme, but I think they should have had a better plan when they came, and counselors and options and things from the get-go. Meanwhile, I really hated how Nina treated Lil Kev about rubbing it in his face about how his girlfriend left him for his best friend, and I think that was a little bit of her projecting that she a cheater and that she ain't shit. So she was basically saying, don't worry about these women because they ain't worth a damn, just like me. And Emmett with that old I know this look stuff, you don't know nothing, and coming and keeping it clean and coming clean ain't do nothing for you but get you into some damn party where you was about to be on the Hershey Highway and you was getting dissed by Little Mermaid. So anyway, coming clean damn sure ain't help his ass. And Kev keep getting in the friend zone. I think it's very unfortunate that it make it seem that nice guys finish last, and now he about to turn it to Blue Magic Part 2. And also, I know they mean well when they trying to say we can police ourselves and help ourselves, but Big Mike ain't about to stop this boy from needing money and breaking in the cars and trying to steal radios just because he want to talk to him. And he can't be everywhere at once, and helping old lady across the street is one thing, but that ain't really making that big of a difference in the hood, I don't think. And also, I mean, it's good that Trig is trying to help these people, but he could have got killed trying to help between Baby Drake and Can't Get Right. And so it ended up that he luckily didn't get killed, but Can't Get Right did lose his life pulling out the gun, and Baby Drake about to go to jail for murder. And Buddha Belly is out here about to be by herself and probably kick that girl out the house. And I think Emmett ain't ready for Tiff and her sexuality, and that girl is about to have Emmett looking like a butch queen if this show goes on another 2 seasons or so. So I think that's kind of a little more than he bargained for, and he better be careful. And at the end, it's messed up how Nina broke Dre's heart after all that Dre has been through for Nina. She been there for her kids. She's there trying to help the household, everything, and you just cheat on her without even talking to her about what's going on with her and Jada. And I think that was real selfish and a huge mistake. And I wonder, I don't think that Dre is gonna leave her, but if she did, I wouldn't blame her. So anyway, that's my thoughts on this episode. Y'all let me know in the comments what you think, and I'll see y'all in the next one. I'm out. Don't forget to subscribe, bang that bell, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please hit that like, subscribe, bang that bell, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.